Hello! Always appreciate Alex's timeliness. Thank you very much. You're like one of two people who do. Thank you. Thank you very much. Marzi and Alex streaming today. I'm spoiled. Audio exploding? Exploding? Wait, what? Audio is going wild? Is this better? What the fuck? I didn't change anything. Hello? Is this better? Doesn't sound good? Way off? Is this better now? Very clipping? Dude, I think... I installed some new cable management. And I think maybe my elbow hit something over here? Better but quiet? Hold on. Is this better now? I don't remember what it was at. Is this better? Actually, that looks good. I don't think I'm clipping as much now. Hold on, maybe a little too much. There you go. There you go. Okay, I think we're good. We're good now. We're good. Yeah, my bad. Sorry, guys. Better? Perfect. Yeah, I installed some new cable management. I will show you guys a picture. I didn't take one yet. It's not 100% done. But, yeah, dude. Much needed cable management today. And then I also had to throw out my Stream Deck, unfortunately. The angled one I had broke. It was 3D printed. So it fully broke today. Well, it broke last night. So I'm going to have to wait till I get a new one done. But the Stream Deck's back on my desk, unfortunately. So it's a little tough to reach for it every now and then. But I will get a under desk one soon. But I did install, dude, I installed a whole bunch of like quality of life things, and it was like pretty affordable too. So I'll take pictures and show you guys this week. I'm excited for some of them. Alex, I'm gonna build my new sonnet. Any suggestions? Just take your time, have fun, enjoy the process. That's it, you know? Alex, I'm interested in the lily, but it's solder only, never done before. Tell me I can do it. Mike, bro. Easy, you got this. Easy, you got this. It ain't nothing. I believe in you. It's just some soldering. So nice. If Annette can, you can, bro. That sounds like a diss. I'm so sorry, Annette. Cherry, thank you so much for 3 months, man. I appreciate that. Thank you, dude. I hurt my back today really badly, though. So I'm gonna... We're just gonna wind our way into stream here. I really twisted my back funny. The only thing difficult about soldering is desoldering. Sometimes that can be a bit tricky. That is the more daunting task to do. So, I would personally say so. Blast from the past? Hi, Dynamics. Well, what's the... Oh, from the space? Dude, I took a small peek in the box. I didn't open up the entire thing. I just wanted to see what was on top, and I was laughing my ass off. So nice.
Crazy, I was crazy once.
Oh.
They locked me in a room.
Oh.
A rubber room.
Oh.
A rubber room with rats.
Oh.
Rats make me crazy.
That's unfortunate. I'm sorry they did that too. I'm looking at desoldering pumps online to fix another coworker's keyboard. He dropped the whole beer on it. Dude, honestly, I don't even know if that's like worth salvaging at that point, you know? Welcome on, Alex. What's up, Versace? How you doing, man? What's up, words? Imagine someone doing that as a cheer for like 15 times in a row. Didn't someone do that once? Like cheered some crazy stuff? So nice.
I've made a stream.
Thank you, man.
PC back up and running.
Let's go, dude.
How's it going? Good looking.
It's going. Let me tell you. I installed Borderlands last night. I decided I'd get it. You want to know why I'd get it? Because I ended up refunding another game that was awful. I don't remember the game, like a month ago. And I had $40 in my account. So I was like, fuck it. Let's just buy Borderlands because I wanted a game to play. I was a bit nervous because everyone on the review forums said the game runs like crap. The game ran like butter for me. I am one of the fortunate ones. It ran so good. I was at 120 something frames all night. Fully maxed out with DLSS on. So, genuinely having a lot of fun so far. I think I'm like level 6. I only played for like an hour and a half. Genuinely having a lot of fun. I don't think I can sit in my chair playing it tonight because my back's killing me right now. But I'm probably going to stream it onto the Steam Deck and do that in bed. Dude, this morning, I got in all my new stuff to... I took one quick photo I can show you guys. I got in all my stuff to do this cable management thing that I've been wanting to do. As I was installing it, because I didn't feel like taking everything off the desk, I like twist it funny, and it just like killed me from then on there. I have not beaten Expedition 33. Low-key, I really want to play Borderlands. Expedition was on Game Pass for me, so here is what I ended up doing. This is a terrible picture. This is the bottom side of the desk now. There is literally nothing for visible cables other than some stuff that I cannot hide. But it is like seriously such an upgrade. Terrible photo, by the way. I will take some nicer ones. The decompressing spine thing? Wait, where is Annette under the desk? I'm sorry, bro. He escaped. Gingy, dude, it took me, like, I scheduled myself to do this morning because honestly, like, I needed to get it done, and I woke up really early to do it. I woke up at like 7:30 to do this. So, the one thing I regret doing, if you guys are ever doing big cable management jobs, take everything off the desk first. I had to like work with everything on the desk because I have nowhere to put it. I seriously regret not just like cleaning off the desk and flipping it over to drill everything in, because I was basically doing this, like drilling it in this way, and it was like I twist it myself, because luckily this thing raises because it's a standing desk, but I twisted myself and it just like completely did something weird. Like I felt myself get like ugh. And then, dude, I want a 3D printer. My next purchase that I want to do for this setup is I want a desk shelf, but I want to do 3D printed inserts for some pull-out drawers. I'm not ready to make the purchase yet because it is a very expensive purchase for both a 3D printer and a desk shelf. That's probably going to be like a closer to Christmas thing. But yeah, that's my next task. I want to really make this space mine, man. I've been wanting to forever, but I keep saying no. What do you guys think? You guys like desk shelves, right? There was a few people here who said desk shelves are really good. Alex, Cobra S1, don't waste money on... Oh, you're talking about 3D printers? Dude, I have not even started the research yet. I was looking at them, Gibbon. They're also a little bit expensive. Definitely way more tolerable than the Grove Made ones. But that's probably like my second choice to go with them. Speak to Bull. He's a wizard. Jeez, why is this not working today? Speak to Bull. He is a wizard on a 3D printer. Dude, actually, funny story. Bull knows all the gadgets. Bull knows everything. When I was asking Bull for what, the thermal printers? I don't know how you guys feel about the normal printers, but if you guys ever are doing any shipping stuff, thermal printers, like those tiny little thermals, are fucking a godsend, dude. He recommended a brand, but unfortunately they didn't ship to Canada. And I went with another brand. I should have waited because apparently that brand now sells in Canada, but Bull knows like all the good gadgets. It's crazy how he knows everything. It is so crazy. If that damn 9080 XT actually came out, is that a AMD card? I'm assuming that's AMD, correct? Sorry guys, I'm just going to skip ahead a little bit. The chat's moving too fast. You are Canadian, get the LTT cable management stuff. I got another Canadian brand. I got Ergon Office cable management stuff. Which, admittedly, that particular part was the most expensive out of all the stuff I ordered. But I have to admit, it's really good. I really liked it. LTT cable management, super expensive. I hate to say this, guys. As much as I like Linus Tech Tips stuff, isn't really like my vibe, like aesthetically. Most of the stuff he makes, I don't know about the cable management stuff, but like most of the stuff, the colors just are not for me. I feel like the shelf is unnecessary unless you need a monitor to correct the height, but monitor arms are so much more adjustable. I have a monitor arm right now. I just want like a little shelf to store tools. That's kind of like, I want to slide things underneath. And here's my thing. I kind of want them out of sight. Like, I don't want them in my peripheral vision anymore. Like, I'm tired of looking at them. So, yeah, like, Scooped, I was thinking that too, man. If you were to make a cyberpunk themed board, what board and what keycaps would you pick? I would probably pick Future Funk and then pick something yellow for the keyboard itself. Are you dropping a list of items available for the subathon? Yeah, I'm going to do it tomorrow. I wanted to do it today, but I ended up, like I said, I tweaked my back a little bit. So hopefully tomorrow, I was going to do a lot more tomorrow, but I'm just going to like cancel everything I have to do just to do some work. I can't even move right now. What brand is your light tube? These are inexpensive ones from Godox. Wait, I think these are Godox. Yeah, I'm pretty sure these are Godox ones. The ones I actually wanted to buy were the Amaran ones, just to keep everything in the same like hub. But the Amaran ones were like, for me anyways, they were like 30% more. These are fantastic though. I got these on discount because they have, by the way, wait for sales on these things. Do not buy them full price. These, both of them, I think were like $200 and something. It was not bad at all. Considering like these are nice. Like I have them plugged, I have one plugged in. This one here I use for other stuff, but they're fantastic. Like I can't complain. But it's on the desk. But is on the desk the best spot valuable real estate? Okay, I've been thinking about that. Pause my music for thinking purposes here. I think yes. The more I try to give myself drawers and cabinets, which by the way, you guys can't see, there's cabinets, so many cabinets here. I end up not using those cabinets. I end up, for convenience sake, leaving whatever I need to use often on the desk. I think at this point here, it's been many years that I fought the urge because I keep thinking, oh, I have a clean desk. I don't, bro. My desk is nasty. Like it is filled with junk. Like right now, again, you guys can't really see. Fuck, is there a better way to show you guys this? Okay, not really. But it is just filled with like random things that it's out of sight for stream. So I need stuff, yeah, or I need stuff within arm's length because right now it's just getting kind of like crowded. But yeah, I want a 3D printer. But dude, 3D printing seems like a whole other beast. Alex, best mechanical HHKB I can pick up in stock. So not a Topper one? I don't know what's available right now. Maybe the Agar? The Vero? Vero's a good choice. Vero's a good choice. When will, if ever, F1 VOD be on YouTube? Did I not put that one there on YouTube? I'll work on getting it. That should be available to view on YouTube. I'll work on that. I was looking at some pictures of Bamboo Labs products. Yeah. Dude, it would be cool. Hear me out. I think... Listen. I hope it doesn't end up shorting the wiring in here, but I was thinking about putting it over here. Putting it right behind me, and we can have it... Well, actually, that wouldn't make any sense running it while we stream. But we could do stuff and then have it print, and it'd be right behind me, and I think that would be cool as like the background too. I don't know what to do with this space. I was going to do cabinetry and stuff, but honestly, meh. You know? Just meh. Like, I don't... It's such a big project. 3D print draws only like 300 to 400 watts. It's a bit loud though. Yeah, it would be a bit loud. I don't know if that would be ideal for stream, but yeah. Okay, hold on, pause. Let's look at the keyboard really quick. So this is the new Space 80. I think it's called like, hold on, Apollo's Armor, Apollo's Cyber Armor. Really quick background on this. When I started doing content creation. And it wasn't even really for doing reviews. It was just me showing off keyboards I was building that I purchased. The very first brand that actually reached out to me and said, would you like to build one of our keyboards? And I was over the moon, was Gray Studios. It's always held a special place in my heart. I think they've been really consistent over the years. I've really enjoyed their products. Are they the best products on the market? I would say in some ways, no. But in a lot of ways, I have only ever had love for Gray Studios. Like, they've made some of my favorite boards. When the Space 65 came out, that's all I ever used back when that came out. I like the aesthetic of them. They're a little bit over the top, but I think they kind of like fit nicely into, you know, just a fun aesthetic to use on the desk. So again, I really like their stuff. I think they make great products. We get to look at the Cyber Armor, Apollo Cyber Armor, Space 80 R2. So again, they hold a lot of nostalgia. They did send this to me. We're going to take a look at it. I think they said I can keep this. So you guys know the drill here. We usually give everything away for giveaways anyways. Thank you, Unwish. Appreciate the Prime. But here is the box for it. I don't have, just little FYI, I don't have a metric butt ton of information for this board, including stuff like pricing. I only have a Notion doc that if someone somewhere, like another content creator has pricing, I don't have it. But I have just the information on this. It's still an IC from what I understand. So there's still potential for changes. So let's take a look at it. But just to read off some quick specs. Also, I'm Wish. Big love from Alberta. Love you, buddy. Little quick spec like list here. Your hair's been looking extra curly. Dude, it's been so curly. As I've been getting older, it's been curly and curlier. It is going to be a 19.85 front height, which is fantastic. Sometimes Gray Studios has higher front heights. I like that this one here is 19.8. It's a 25 effective keyboard height though, so it does sit a little higher than I'd like. Usually I like the 23 to 24 range for that. It's a 7-degree typing angle. It uses spring gaskets with wave springs. We'll see what that is exactly, and silicone sleeves. And then it does have a 1.2 mil PCB. So the pricing wasn't crazy when the GB was open for Singapore. I don't remember the exact amount. Yeah, I don't know the exact either. It could also change for North America too. Like that's not uncommon too, but Gray Studio boards have never been overly premium, which is fantastic. But check this out. So I didn't know what to expect opening this box because, you know, it's a fairly new product. When I opened this thing, so this is all I've done, and then I closed it because I was laughing and I thought you guys would like to see that. But little history, a long time ago, one of the jokes we made that kind of stuck was Gray Studios was one of the first custom mechanical keyboard companies to give you like a pretty nice, like mechanical, or not mechanical, but pretty nice screwdriver kit to go with the keyboard. And we always joked around about it being, you get a free keyboard with this really cool screwdriver. Well, again, there's a lot of stuff in here, and I'm going to show you guys the box too. But they're giving you like a cork desk pad now, which I thought was like, it's not like double-sided or anything, but I think this is such a nice touch. Like it's just kind of cool to have, you know? So this already is like blowing my mind with how fun this is. Yeah, it was a fun screwdriver back in the day. So you get this right away, which is really fun. It's kind of like a custom shaped, you know, little desk pad that you can put on, which, you know what? I'm here for it, man. I think this is cool. I think this is super cool. Again, we're not even on the keyboard yet. But as per Gray Studios kind of norm here, you do get an FR4 plate. I do wish Gray Studios would open up the default plate to something else. Again, that's probably going to be customizable in the group buy, hopefully. But this is an FR4 plate. Not my favorite plate in the world. That is cork, yeah. What else do we got here? We have a hot swap PCB they sent over. Oh wow, pogo pin this time around. Very nice. So we got a pogo pin, which is definitely a change from the last one, if I remember correctly. And a plethora of options here on the hot swap PCB. A plethora. Like, I cannot even complain about the options here. It has split. It looks like it even has split right, split left. Split left with no ISO doesn't make sense, but I mean, I'm happy that it's there. Bunch of different options for the bottom row. Only thing it's missing is ISO, which is sometimes hard to do with hot swap PCBs. Some LEDs here on the right side. And then we do have, actually, is this 1.6 or is this 1.2? Hold on. This kind of feels like a 1.6. Where's my, oh boy, gotta find it. Where did I put my little caliper? Okay, I don't know where it is right now. I'm not gonna struggle. Yeah, I don't know why there's a split left and no ISO. perhaps that's something we can make note of here. Like I said, kind of weird, but you know what? So maybe someone values that somewhere. But again, we have some LEDs here on the side, which is cool. So put some of this to the side since we don't need it. We have a foam kit. Oh, another PCB. So foam kit here, and then another secondary PCB. Are both these PCBs the same? One I think is actually 1.6 and one is 1.2. These one feels... Oh no, they're exactly the same. I don't know why there's two PCBs. Maybe they just sent one as backup. They're both the same, I think. I don't think there's any differences. Okay, well, let's put one away. It should be 1.2, but for some reason it feels a bit thicker. Because it did say 1.2 on the list there. Yeah, by the way, guys, 1.2 is not a negative, at least in my humble opinion. There has been evidence that we have seen with keyboards where 1.2 versus 1.6, like 1.6 can feel a bit more, or not feel, but sound a bit more full. But I've used plenty of keyboards with 1.2 and they sound great. It's really just the flex cuts. That's really the thing that can make or break a PCB for me, like in terms of sound. But 1.2 versus 1.6, you'd be surprised. Let's take a look at the toolbox kit first, and then we'll look at the keyboard last. I don't even know if I want to use foam today. I think I do want to use a smidge of foam today, but hope you had a great week. It's been a good week. I can't complain. Oh wow, they've changed up the box a little bit. It has one of those like satisfying tear things. Oh, they changed packaging too. Cute. Hey, and we get tweezers and the screwdriver. That's the one thing I really appreciate from Gray Studios. Like I said, you literally get like everything in the box. It's the same old screwdriver you get. This is the Gray Studios branded one. Sometimes they give you a branded one, but like... No, Gray Studios have never done carrying cases. I do wish they would, you're right. Come to think about it, Omega. But they've never, as far as I've ever been around with Gray Studios, they've never done carrying cases. It's just been like very solid accessories and packaging. So we get some spare screws here. Stabilizer pads. Oh, that's nice. Let me see this. Yeah, I mean, Matrix is in the same boat. I agree. Where's the stabilizer pads? Oh yeah, I forget that Gray Studios does this nowadays. The BD60 did have a carrying case? Did it actually? I don't remember. Oh my lord. It's like solid in there. Oh yeah, nice. I forgot they always give you these. So these are stab pads. And if you don't have stab pads with your stabilizers, they give you a set, which is like incredibly thoughtful considering they're doing a 1.2mm PCB. I've never used these. These are the hot swap like pins. And then, what else do we got here? We have... I have no clue what this is. I'm unsure. This maybe is part of the keyboard, but it doesn't. This is the only one that's like not labeled. I'm unsure what this is. Missed a compliment? I did? Coaster. You know what never needs to be labeled? Oh, this is for the light bar? Maybe it is. You know what never needs to be labeled? Me and your love, bro. It doesn't need to. You want to know why? Because it's everlasting. And it can be whatever it wants to be. Love you, buddy. I hope you're having an amazing day today. That's the light blocker? Okay. Light blocker there. And then what do we got here? We got... Oh, interesting. Whoa. Huh? These are the gaskets. Oh. Interesting. All right. Can't say I've seen something like that before. Don't want to be rude to change the subject, but I can ask you a cool question? Always, dude. Had a rough week, so I needed that. Dude, honestly, what was it? I get, I get the rough weeks, man. Sometimes all we need is like friends to hang around with, you know what I mean? So, I get it, dude. And some feet. These will leave out. Dragon, thank you so much, man. 6 months in advance. Oh, Dragon! I meant to ask you, can you DM me again, just so I have your DM on the very top? Because I'm doing shipping this weekend, and I want to get your reshipment out.
Love looking forward to this stream.
Hey, man,
Hopefully
you,
I won't
by the way,
fall
for
asleep
converting yourself.
because it's 1 AM here.
I know, it's kind of late everywhere, huh? They look like shock absorbers? Yeah. But yeah, we all have rough days. Sometimes the rough days feel worse than others, so. As long as you're with good people, that's all, right? Nice. Ooh, nice color too. It's like a gray. Is this the daughter board? How the hell do I open this up nicely? My car got hit by a trailer and somehow got blamed for the accident by the police? Oh, dude, that's very unfortunate. I'm so sorry to hear about that, man. That's kind of annoying. So I'm guessing that like raised your insurance premiums and stuff. I wish I had the other Space 80, but we gave it away. Because this would be really cool to compare to the last one. But they do have a lot of comparison photos, I think, on the website. So like design updates from round one. While preserving these classic elements, we've introduced several subtle improvements based on our experience with the Space 80, all designed to enhance the overall experience. Loopson, thank you very much for the tier 1, man. We've upgraded the PCB connection with a split magnetic daughter board design, making the inner frame attachment simpler and more intuitive. Cool. We've improved the light control. Cool. For a more refined user experience, we've replaced the top and bottom case fasteners with 6 set of ball catch system. Oh, nice. Very cool. To deliver a softer, more responsive typing experience, we've equipped the inner frame with a spring gasket system. I'm excited to try those out. The badge and bottom weight now feature a mirror finished stainless steel with PVD coating. Interesting. We've also introduced, we've also added decorative bars to the keyboard's rear and crafted using sandblasted stainless steel with PVD technology, introducing a touch of understated elegance to the keyboard design. Each keyboard comes with a special ACA identity card. Oh, cool. Very cool. I can't wait to open this up. Hold on. Where was that other question from Weesh? Snake 80 R2 hollow sounding right mods. Is that norm for the O-ring? I would say not really for an O-ring build. I would say just make sure everything is just seated properly and nothing's contacting anything that it's not supposed to. Just entered the hobby recently thanks to you. Dude, thank you, Loop. I appreciate that, man. Not yet. I'm getting a lawyer to try and get the other insurance to pay for it because I'm that confident it was not my fault. I mean, hell yeah, man. If you fight the fight, don't let yourself get pushed around with that kind of stuff either. That's not worth in my opinion. Let's put this to the side. Oh my god. One second, guys. Let me clean up a little bit here. My camera does not like this. This brings back a lot of memories. I know Oak said that too, but this brings back so many good memories. Taking a look at keyboards from Gray Studios. I think it's in here. Oh, there's like a silicone piece on the inside too. That's neat. I think they did that recently on one of their boards too. Oh shit, this is dope. So this is their authenticity card. I mean, this is cool. I appreciate this. You get like a little I call these Livestrong bracelets. Those who know. But you do get like a little, I guess, a little band here to go with it. Cool. This is fun. Very, very cool. If you guys want to see this up close, oh god, I have to get used to this being in a different spot now. Little double identity card here for the keyboard. Gray Studios always reminds me of Wildcat. Yeah, honestly, a little bit. My first solder board was, I think, 65. You gave me the confidence to try it. I'm glad I did, man. It's fun doing solder projects. All right. I really like the new top piece here. This does look a little different. I'm gonna look up what the old one looked like here. That is nice. And I've spoken about this before too, like, TCALs are interesting. I feel like TCALs are really easy to mess up, for me at least, and I think that's why I'm so particular with them. The accents people do sometimes can be really, like, jarring. I think stuff like this, where it's a little bit more pronounced, gives the board character. And again, I'm kind of a person who, like, likes the whole thing done over here, or nothing at all. I'm not really too into, like, little engravings over here and stuff. But this is nice. This is a good use of space, I feel. They even got, like, a little notch, which kind of, you know, these little notches kind of appear in a lot of the keyboard. And then it's kind of framed like the Space series are. Ooh, this is nice too. I do like how it extends out here in the back as well. Again, very space themed. This is polycarbonate, I believe, or acrylic. I'm not too sure what material, but this should have LEDs. Yeah, I'm fine with the Apollo symbol on here. It doesn't really have anything else. It's just this, like, little Apollo symbol that they do for the Space 80 series, or the Space series. Yeah, this is nice too. Like I said, these keyboards are sharp. Like, Gray Studios has always done a really good job with this. This has a piece of film, which I'll tear off later, but really cool. Like, this is a good blend of materials on the back. This is definitely screaming DualShot in it. It's nice. We have 4 feet. If memory serves, on one of the older Space 80 or Space Series keyboards, I think the feet were a little awkward. This looks pretty simplistic, which I appreciate. Again, side profile looks nice. Blends into the back really nicely as well. Cool. No release date that I saw in the Notion page. But I think Jeff mentioned earlier that the group buy might run for about 380. But I don't... These are all speculations. Like, we don't actually know. Alex, when deciding keycap sets, do you go for matching colors or contrasting colors? It really depends. Like, can I be real with you, Neutral? Lately, I've been liking monocolored sets like this. Like, I just want one color. But sometimes I do like going, you know, with a dual, you know, mods and alphas. So, if you want to compare... Oh, thank you. Thank you, Oak. I mean, this looks way nicer than the R1. But it really depends. Lately, I've also, like, on my personal keyboards, I've been just going with Wob, man. Wob has been, like, my go-to for anything personal. So, here is what the R1 looked like. Thank you, Oak. I appreciate you, buddy. This is such a nice change-up. So, on the right here, that I'll show you guys. I think this is so much nicer on this version here. It's a nicer change-up. It looks a lot more elegant in the new version. Yeah, they really, really, like, finessed this to be even better than it was before. The back didn't have that really large protruding piece like it has now, and I think that adds some character to the keyboard too. Oh yeah, the diffuser did have some, like, weird oddities with that too. Side profile, I'd say, has, like, more or less stayed the same. So side profile is pretty close to what it was. The back, let's see, do we have a better photo of the back here or the bottom? The bottom was just this one bar that said Space 80, which I remember at the time, like, when it released, it was a nice looking keyboard, but it had RGB around it. Again, I like what they did with this more. I still think this has a smaller, not as thick RGB ring around the weight, but I like what they did here by incorporating some different colors. So, yeah, I'd say overall this is like a net positive in terms of the aesthetic changes here. Like, way more net positive. And then we have all the internals too, so. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Alright, let's put the feet on first. I think the feet look really good on this too. Keycap just didn't send the order, didn't pay. What happened? Did Keycap do something wrong? I'm starting to like this. These are, I mean, again, biases aside, I've always thought that the designs that Gray Studios have pumped out, I shouldn't even say pumped out because they don't release boards that often anymore. But they've always released stuff that, you know, feels like it's been crafted with some love. I've always appreciated them for that. Now this is Catchball, right? So, hell yeah, dude. It is cool to see this being Catchball. Oh, dude. Huh? That is so cool. Is this just a piece of FR4? I think it is, right? I wonder how that will affect the sound. Yuj, thank you so much. I appreciate the tier 1 for 6 months. Am I saying the name right, Yujira? Thank you, thank you. And compliment for KB. You know what also makes me go damn? Seeing you, buddy. KB, love you. I hope you're having an amazing day. And you continue to impress me. If that means anything. That's cool. This looks really cool. I need to readjust the daughter board there, but... Okay, this might be totally by accident, but it also could be intentional. Now, obviously, this doesn't go for all of them here. I think actually mounting these on the polycarbonate piece over here is actually really smart. I feel like that's going to take away some of the pinginess. Wow, this is interesting. So that'll just sit like that. So wait, what's this one here for? Why is there like a separate cable here? What's this other cable for? Huh, I don't know. Spare? Just the cable itself? It's just a spare cable? Dude, this is nice. Like, I want to take this apart just to see what's inside. Do you guys want to see? I'm kind of curious to see what happens when you take off this like piece here. And it comes with this silicone piece too, which has some raised ridges, which I'd be curious to see what this does for the sound profile as well. All right, this is genuinely such an impressive little project from Gray Studios right now. I am really liking this. I think they really, I don't know about you guys, I think they nailed the design here. They nailed this. This looks so cool. Like, look at that. I know this is the inside, but this is so cool looking, dude. So cool looking. So these are Phillips head to access this part. God damn. Fuck. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. That's very kind of you, man. Thank you, thank you. I didn't join the stream thinking I'd want a Space 80. Well, hopefully it sounds good too. I'm really hoping that that spring gasket combination is interesting. Thank you again, Thok. I appreciate that, man. Actually, these screws are relatively easy to take out, so... This is not just a piece... Dude, hold on a second. I thought this was just a random piece of FR4 that just was like inlaid on the center. This is the LED. This is like the whole LED array panel for LEDs that go on the bottom. That is actually kind of cool that they incorporated this into the design. So that's how many LEDs we have. We have... That's actually really smart. Ants, thank you so much for the Prime. I appreciate it, man. Because I was wondering what the hell that other cable was for. Remember I showed you guys? I'm like, what the hell is this cable for? Interesting. So they're also doubling this as an internal badge. I guess there's not really much to see then. It's just the daughter board sits there, and then we have a chunk of polycarbonate sitting underneath. Huh. Dude, they should totally make this into a 60%. If they did a Space 60 in the exact same theme, that'd be cool. I see why you were confused now. Yeah, Oak, I was like, oh, that's weird how they put this like random piece of RF4 here. Stream Elements is drunk? Oh, did someone type an exclamation point keyboard? Probably what I used last and just haven't updated. A Space 60? Oh my god. I would go nuts for a 60% version of this. Legitimately go nuts. The way it's built into the theme too, it's awesome. Genuinely amazing. I think they did an excellent job of just theming out this board to be exactly what it wants to be. Ooh, please don't tell me I just dropped this random screw. I will look for it here in a moment. Alright. The way it's built into the theme too. I know, dude. I am like over the moon about this right now. This is so cool. All right, let me go quickly find that other screw. The 2021 and 2025 are a nice touch. Yeah, it is. For anyone who is a fan of the OG, there it is. Got it. It's a bit too cyberpunkish for my taste, and that's totally fair. I was going to mention that too. Like, this probably won't be everyone's cup of tea theme-wise, but am I the only person who doesn't care for gorgeous internals? It's a nice touch, but personally, for me. I'm going to agree with you, Arsena. I usually make a point of saying I don't care for internals. But seeing how this is just a piece of... It's a daughter board, basically. And seeing how they needed to incorporate LEDs, I think this is a very tasteful way to do it. They didn't just incorporate LEDs and call it a day. They kind of made it into this like internal badge. It's like a double purpose thing. I think they did a really good job. And I think for anyone who cares about, like all the small details of the keyboard, it's good. I think that's fantastic. But it seems like, judging based off of everything here, they didn't just sleep on one piece of the board. Like, everything has been done very nicely. So that's the opposite for me. I think this is a cyberpunk aesthetic is a really big sell for me. Yeah, I mean, I really like this. I've always been a big fan of this kind of aesthetic. This and like, very elegant styles are usually my my go-to for themes. But cool. The catchball system looks really well done too. I can't say I've ever seen this particular catchball system. It actually looks like really like high quality almost. I don't know, maybe I'm just judging it based off of if I haven't seen this particular catchball unit before. But nice. Looks good. High quality balls. I mean, yeah, they seem like they were... Let's see how easy this is to pop back on now. Yeah. Pretty easy. It can be top mounted too. Does it actually? Oh yeah. Perhaps on the plate. Oh yeah, you can, I guess. I don't know if those are threaded. Oh, they're there. I guess you could technically top mount this. All right, well, let's put this to the side for now. And I guess we'll start some stabilizers. I'm gonna grab a set of Type Plus. Yeah, actually, that's pretty solid. And we'll start here. Actually, wait a second. How does this look with their Cyber Armor cork desk pad they give you too? I'm vibing with that. That's cool. Overall, really nice aesthetic they got going on for all this. Really cool. All right. I guess, yeah, like I said, Type Plus staffs. Let's go grab those. This ain't fun, boys. This ain't fun. Actually, you know what? I might use these ones here instead. Should I? Nah, I'll use these ones. Jeez, dude. No need for a huge desk pad either to match. Yeah, and they give you one in the box too, which is cool. I appreciate that. All right, 5 sets of stabs. Let's get our lube pen. Is this full? It should be good, this one here. Damn risky today. It's the only plate. It's the only plate we have. A lot of the times, Gray Studios will send me both a PC plate and FR4 plate. Today, only FR4. But usually, there are other... I guess we'll need this for after. There are other plates they usually have alongside the board, but... I have R1. I'm not sure if it's worth it. I mean, okay. I think this is the age-old question: is any of this stuff worth it? Is any of these keyboards worth it, guys? Who do I talk to for that role? DM one of the mods, Adept, and they will give you the VIP role. But yeah, it's the age-old question: are any of these worth it? Why are we still here? Yeah. Like IMO, are any of these things worth it? Not really. But we have fun doing them. I almost feel like it's mandatory to send you Alu or you will rage. Bro, I've never raged in an FR4 plate. Don't put words in my mouth, Pancake. This guy, bro. This guy thinks I crash out or something. Honestly, it'll probably sound fine with the FR4 plate. Why are we here? I'm here to just build you guys keyboards. That's it. It's like, how good can you get a piece of metal to sound anyways? Exactly. Type Plus or Knight? What do you guys think? I don't know, man. Honestly, I could ask this question like once a day. I'm on Team Type Plus just because I like the way they assemble. They're really like just easy to lube. Plus, I feel like they're easier to get too. Alex has only crashed out over a pegboard. I've crashed out 2 times ever in my streaming career. All right, 2 times ever. Once over that one guy who kept being really negative in chat, and I was sick of it. And at the time, I think everyone was being negative. Like it was just like the trend. So I yelled at him. And then I think the other time might have been the pegboard. That genuinely had nothing to do with anyone. That was just my frustrations with the crappy company who kept stringing me along. Oh, sorry, pegboard, whiteboard. Yeah, right, you're right. I can't imagine Alex being mad. Okay, not that I enjoy doing it, but like when I do get upset, I usually try to be like very factual and to the point because I don't want to waste anyone's time and I don't want to feel like that for very long. You know what I mean? So I try to be like very to the point, like this is, you know, like I try to like draw lines for myself too, which I think is also kind of healthy in a way, but I probably shouldn't be like, you know, I'm overly aggressive about it. But like, for example, the guy who was being really negative in chat, I think I was being a little bit condescending in a way too, but like in a funny way that everyone laughed at, except for the person who's probably being yelled at. But yeah. I'll tell you what though, what I've learned, dude, I don't know sometimes, but like, I think myself, I just can't be around super negative people, man. I can't be around super negative people. Like, I can't deal with it. You know, like, we all have our problems. I have my problems too. There are some days where, you know, I'm not going to get into detail, it's my own problems, but like some days I struggle as well with my own shit. But, oh my god, dude, it's sometimes too much. This is not the Lily, this is the Wraith 60. I guess it's really hard for me to be around people who make being miserable their whole personality. Sometimes it's tough to not let the joking just drift into being negative. Like, I get that, but I also kind of don't get that. I feel like you get more upset when someone else is being a dick towards others. I do. I don't like that at all. It's just not worth it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like people bullying other people. Here's the thing. I'm no idiot. I know people talk their shit. You know what I mean? Talk your shit. Do your thing. Get it all out. Don't do it in public. Do it with like a close group of friends. Get that shit out and move into public. Move into like places where you be a normal person and be happy. But I know everyone has how to, you know, everyone needs an outlet. I'm not an idiot. Everyone needs an outlet. I remember thinking the vendor designer stuff was easy when I got introduced to the background and some people, and I realized it's not all flowers and sunshine. Yeah, it is 1000% very weird sometimes. All right. Everyone is an asshole. Sometimes. Sometimes, dude. My outlet is sending Jeff food IG reels. That's dangerous though, because sometimes you get those food reels and you're suddenly like, oh my god, this is like making me incredibly hungry. That is a very dangerous thing to do. Should we do split right on this? No, right? It's a TKL. What do you guys think? I feel like maybe that's a dumb question. Split? Nope. Jay recently shared that people have ordered mystery items and and that not getting what they want to return it. What's even worse is they paid less for mystery items, but then wanted full price of the items returned. Huh? Yeah, running a business is weird, man. I've had my fair share of weird encounters as a business owner as well. Split space. Sorry to say, guys, we can't do split space. Oh man, dude, I hate this back thing. I tried to like lift it with one hand and then screwdriver it in, and then I just like moved funny. Not the first time I've done this, where I've like tried to do something on my own when I probably shouldn't have, but oh god. Can it split right shift? Yeah, did I say split left or split right? Split right. It can split left as well, but split left is a little awkward. Yeah, people do that. People are assholes, man. Some people think it's like funny to like pull a quick one on people, you know? But all I can ever say, guys, like this is my realest thing I can ever say, like just we can sit here and we can talk about all the shitty things people do, because people do a lot of shitty things. If I'm being honest, guys, like I know people who've done shitty things. I would say for the majority of people I've met in my entire life who have done shitty things and think they can get away with them, I don't believe in karma, but I do think that shit resonates within you and you just become a terrible person and people don't want to be around you. So it's flickering? I think it's just focusing in and out on my face. I can only ever tell you that stuff will eat you up from the inside. Just be a good person at the end of the day. That's all. You kind of poison yourself with that? Yeah. Like I said, I know people who have done like shitty things, who have done scam things. I don't associate myself, like, again, some people don't want to associate with people like that too. Like, you know, for me, I distance myself, but like, I can see how it eats people up. Like, it is exactly like what you said, Ants. You said it 100% off. It's a poison. Your light bar thing just turned off? This thing? It turned off? Is it turning off and on or something? Now I'm going to watch it. It didn't? Athena 1800 looked nice. It was a good board. Wait, is it actually turning off and on, guys? Pause 1 sec. I'm messing with you? Okay. I was like legitimately just staring at it in the top right corner of my screen. I was like, wait a second. Arcade Clippins just rebranded cherries. I wouldn't say they're rebranded. Actually, Pancake, are they just cherries? Aren't they just cherry? Or are they rebranded? Or is that actually like the actual thing there? He's just gaslighting you? I know, I got a little gaslit there. But not too late. Hi, Scotty. They're just cherries? Okay. Yeah, I was going to say. Pretty positive they're just cherries. Let's do this. How you doing, Scotty? Everyone watching the light bar on stream, everyone's just eyeing it to see if it actually flickers. Dude, it's hot today, by the way. I don't know if you can hear the air conditioning kicked in. It's like legitimately weirdly hot now. I went out today to go deliver some mail, and oh my god, dude, it just like, it ramped up in heat. Oh, by the way, forgot to mention it, it's not on the schedule, but I'll tell you guys right now. Tomorrow at around 9 p.m.-ish, sometime tomorrow night, maybe a little bit later, who knows, I will be doing the new revised Tofu TKL. I'll do a whole new build with it, and then I'll also just move the PCB into the new one, but I will be doing the revised Tofu if you guys are interested in looking tomorrow. I've gotten a lot of questions about it. Fucking back. So if you guys are interested, it'll be tomorrow around 9 p.m. Eastern. Unfortunately, I can't do any earlier than that because this is kind of like a stream that I want to do, but I have no better slots, and I need to do grocery shopping tomorrow, man. Like I need to do things. Wait, what? 9 p.m. Eastern? Yeah, it's gonna be kind of late. I apologize, but lots of changes. Yes, it's heavily revised based off of feedback from, I don't want to just say me, but many people maybe. I don't know. But basically, they looked at the stream we did, and they did a lot of changes, which I fucking respect, dude. Hell yes to getting those changes done. Heavily respect that they didn't just take that as like a slight, you know what I mean? Like some other people have done. Mainly you, Uwu. So, it's okay, Alex, you're the GOAT? No, thank you though, I appreciate it. How about the Mythbusters X mechanical keyboard thing with the fancy roll pin stabs? Oh, we talked about that yesterday. I think it's actually legitimately really cool. I think, again, people have their criticisms of the Norbauer. I do as well. For example, I've done a few Norbauer builds now, and some stuff I kind of go to, but for the most part, like, they are beautiful boards. I'm not gonna lie. Like, if I could get a titanium one and didn't have to spend that much money, I would 100% get one. It's a beautiful looking keyboard. I love how classy it looks. Again, criticisms are fine. You're allowed to have it as long as you're being respectful. But genuinely amazing to see how much passion that he's put into the company, and to see what he does. You know what I mean? Genuinely really cool. I have no hate towards that. I think it's awesome when people do things they love. And no one's forcing anyone to buy anything, which is cool too. So I welcome that with open arms, and I think it was really cool to see how much passion that he's put into the stuff he does. How good are the loop pens? They're good. I think they're really good for doing switches and stabs. I think they're easier to do stabilizers with. Let's do... Yes. Did I get that right? I did. Okay, perfect. But did he actually do better stabs? There's a yes and no answer I can give you to that, Harvin. Basically, the yes answer is the stabs are a really cool design that, in essence, should make it so you don't ever need to mod them past like initial assembly. The no answer is, I think they mentioned this in the video as well. I can't remember now. You basically still have to like be aware that not every keyboard / keycap set will work with those particular stabilizers. For example, we run into issues with things like stabies, where it's technically a universal stabilizer for MX switches, but if you put it on a plate which is too tight, if it doesn't align properly because of how tight the tolerances are, it causes binding. And that was one of the challenges that he mentioned in the video. And I can tell you right now, that is not a one-size-fits-all type of solution for stabilizers and keyboards. This is why kind of hyper stuck on using cherry for everything, as well as things like Duroc, and I've had good luck with Type Plus and Night Stabs, is because they allow for some tolerance, like some give and play basically. So it works with a wide variety of different keycaps, switches, etc. Just because, again, you get to play, like you get to like not have it be 100% perfect, and that's kind of what you want. So again, I think it's a really cool concept, but it definitely has its like caveats, if you want to call it that. Oh, by the way, I also watched the latest episode of Alien Earth. It was alright. I liked it. I thought it should be like another 30 minutes, but I guess that's why it's a TV show. We'll find out next time on Dragon Ball Z type shit. It was really good. Not as good as the last episode though. Episode 5 was by far my absolute favorite. It was so fucking good. But I think like topping episode 5 right now is going to be almost near impossible. But I think the next episode will be really good. No spoilers, please. Kind of dragging this last episode. I think it needed an episode where it had to do some setup, though. You know what I mean, Gantus? I was kind of like, I see where they're going with this. They need to do some setup right now, because the ending was the big setup. You got married last week, Scotty. Congratulations, man. That's big news. Last Friday, big news, man. How'd it go? Was it all? Any like hiccups on the day of? Any funny hiccups? I always like the funny hiccups when things don't go according to plan, but everyone laughs at them. Big news, man. Congratulations. You didn't tell me this? Oh. What are you telling us now, Oak? Like say the wrong name? Huh? Was that one of the fuck-ups for you, Scooped? Oh, shit. Have you need to buy the whole keyboard, so why bother changing the caps? For the Seneca, you mean? Or just like in general? Alex, are you going to see the new movie this weekend? The bestest movie in the whole world? Maybe the last time we see a person with boarhead mask and a sword? Dude, I'm so far behind on that anime. I don't even know what's going on anymore. I need to do like a major catch up. I don't know, man. Honestly, I don't think I'm going to run out to go watch it. I'm being real with you guys. I can't remember what season it was of Demon Slayer. There was one season of Demon Slayer where I felt it was kind of dragging its feet, and I didn't 100% enjoy it. And I think that's kind of what made me go a little bit, it kind of made me slow down. So, I don't know. Norbaforce actually made the stabs very compatible with all caps. They only have a tight tolerance in Y-axis. Well, it's a combination of things, David. It's not always going to be one axis that needs to adjust. For example, and this is exactly why like stabies and stuff didn't turn out 100%. It could be that the keycap's warped and you have no way to change that. It could be that you're using a switch that sits a little funny. It could be that the plate is putting pressure on the sides. So there's a lot of variables when it comes to this kind of stuff. And it's really sometimes just manufacturing variables. So my wife's sister, who was our maid of honor, fell, and we thought she might have broken her leg about 1 hour before the wedding. Turns out it was just a sprain. I mean, I guess that's kind of like...
D_Dragon13 gifted a tier 1 sub to Scotty K. They have given 6 gift subs in the channel.
Thank you, man. I guess it's like not a bad thing, you know? If it's just a sprain. Something just to stay off of for a little bit. Not to mention environmental tolerances like bent tables. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about, dude. I have never seen a bent table in my entire life. Oh, should I put the things down first? I guess I should. Hold on, I'm going to put these down first. So actually, there was a little bag of those stab pads. The thing with using hot swap sockets and stab pads sometimes is the sockets get in the way. So let me just check the stab pads they sent over. Not gonna lie, man. I was looking at that desk because we still have it. My girlfriend's using it. Yeah, they sent over stat pads that can use it there. Okay, let me actually take this out. I do think I prefer, overall, I think I prefer the stone looking desk over this one. Is that wrong of me to... I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys like the wood look, or did you guys like that like stone effect look? I don't know. Honestly, I'm kind of torn. This is real wood, but the other one was IKEA tabletop. The IKEA special. Actually, this is really easy to use here. Actually, these stat pads are quite nice. Impressive. Darker wood would have been better. You think so? Man, I'm actually not a huge fan of the darker wood myself. But you think? That's interesting to hear. As a citizen of the beaver country, you need to love wood. There is something nice about having a wood desk, though. Like, this is my first ever real wood desk. I've only ever had, like, you know, the IKEA specials before, which are fantastic, but every time I've ever had an IKEA desk, it's worn out rather fast. And, you know, not to make a joke of it, but every time I've had one, they've warped. So, not to make a joke of it. Let's do this. Ooh, stomach's growling. But I'm not hungry. Did you see Nintendo's latest bad taste joke? They're trying to do a oh shit, they're doing a patent? They're trying to do a patent, or sorry, they're trying to patent the act of summoning a creature to fight another creature for you in a game. Nah, bro. Honestly, we gotta boycott Nintendo. I'm actually fucking sick of Nintendo. I am legitimately fucking sick of Nintendo. I do not support them at all anymore. Like, I do not like anything they've been putting out. They're beyond fucked. They're honestly like, they're so crazy to me. Honest to God, I don't support anything they've been doing. Actually fucking crazy to me. So stupid. So dumb. This is exactly why I stopped buying anything Nintendo. There's one Nintendo thing that I bought, which honestly, I kind of regret. In the last, like, 3 years. I do not like buying anything from them anymore. Join the anti-Nintendo movement. Even the new Switch 2s, man. Like, hey, I'm going to say it. I don't even have one, but, like, I looked at them when I was at one of the Best Buys one day. Fucking, they feel like trash, man. After holding the Steam Deck, like, they feel like pathetic products. If you have one and you enjoy it, you do you. But honestly, Nintendo is like beyond crazy these days. Absolutely beyond crazy. I don't even understand how anyone really like can justifiably like what they do these days. Alright, I think I'm just going to use the other stat pads for... Oh, actually, no, I should just use these. Okay. Yeah, let's use the one here. Prime Alex unlocked? Nah, man. Honestly, I'm just tired of Nintendo stuff. Like, legitimately, it's so exhausting to hear about. Not you guys, but, like, just hearing some of the shit that they've done is, like, absolutely deplorable, in my opinion. I do think, I don't know if there's another one here, but they should add one little note maybe for Gray Studios. If possible, add one more of these, just in case. I would add one more. in case people make mistakes, I feel like this is not enough. I feel like there could be one more that gets added here. Wait, these are not the shims. Where are my shims? Oh, here they are. I have to. They're 1.2. First time catching it live, just a quick question. What is the main difference between solder and hot swap? So, you're going to get a lot of different answers. I'm going to give you my answer, my variation of answer here. I would say the biggest key difference is technically the layout support. And obviously you don't have to like solder anything in. But outside of just soldering and permanently fixing your switches to the keyboard, realistically for me it's layout support. Some people might tell you sound, some people might tell you a whole bunch of different things, but it's going to be the layout support past that. If you're new to keyboards and you don't know what to pick, my usual recommendation is just go hot swap. If you already know what you like, then I would say pick solder. If you want a little bit of a challenge for yourself, I think there's a little bit more of like a I did this, look at me, I was able to build a keyboard kind of moment when it comes to these type of things with solder. Feels a bit more personal. But yeah, everyone's different with their answer here. Okay, let's put these in now. Nintendo is in this chat for sure. We can't spill the beans. Oh, man, Nintendo's like, dude, I'm so like, it's just pathetic at this point here. Like, I was telling this to another friend one day too. We were talking. This is over the weekend. A friend of mine was asking me about the Steam Deck because he was going to get one too. And he was considering getting, I think he was considering getting himself a Switch. Or he got someone he knew a Switch. I think that was the story he told me. And he was just trying to set up Animal Crossing on the Switch. But the problem is, with Animal Crossing, is to get him to play, to get that person to play with someone else, you also need to get a Nintendo Online subscription. And for someone who's maybe not as like tech inclined, it's just like so many steps to get Nintendo products to actually work and behave well. And then my own personal experience with Nintendo stuff. Oh, I forgot to put one stab pad here. My bad. I'll do that right now. My own personal experience is, dude, I was at a friend's house once and we were trying to set up some party games with Nintendo. Okay? We boot up the Nintendo. First of all, it needs to update. And updating, for whatever reason, on the Nintendo is like it's like the biggest pain in the ass ever. So we wait for the update. Update happens. Then it goes, we can't link your account. Your account's not like linking properly. You can't go online anymore. You can't play this game. You're not allowed to play this game that you bought. And it was just this whole thing. It ended up taking us about 45 minutes of just logging in and out for it to sync properly. And then it finally worked. But it's just like, it's such a pathetic experience. Oh yeah, the stabs go on the bottom, if you guys are ever curious. They go on the bottom and they hook in, like you put the hooks over them. And then what happens is this gives it some extra clearance here. It's for thinner PCBs like this. So the stabs don't wiggle around. So what's the point of all these shims? Why are they on the back? So, some people will put them on the top. I don't think that's the correct way to do them. I never have thought that's the correct way to do them. But shims are meant to close the gap on a thinner PCB. So for example, we're using a 1.2 millimeter PCB, which is not the standard spec, I'd say. 1.6 is the standard, and most stabilizers are built around 1.6 millimeter thicknesses, which leaves a 0.4 millimeter gap. To fill that gap, people use shims. And let's just say you didn't want to use the gap, or not the gap, but let's just say you didn't want to use the shim. Like here, we don't really need a shim here. if you don't want to use it, what will happen is the stabilizer will kind of rock in place and cause a little bit of ticking noises. In all honesty, it's kind of a non-optional, like, you can sometimes get them to work, sometimes not. In the past, I've gotten them to work a few times. But if you have shims, yeah, even with screw-ins scooped, in my experience, especially lately, I've noticed if you can get away with it, but it's better if you just use them. I'm playing Clair Obscur Expedition 33 and it's blowing my mind. Nintendo wishes they made a game like this. Thing is, if they did make a game like that, large if, it would first of all never go on sale. It would always be $80 to $90. Then, if you wanted to use online features, they would charge you their online Nintendo subscription. Then, it would also run like ass because their hardware sucks. Because they would lock it to the one system forever and always. It would be like 100 plus for sure. Yeah, and then you'd have to use it on the Switch. Only ever on the Switch. No getting off that platform. Never ever. Then make a shitty remaster and charge you another 80, while the old game is still 80 bucks too. The Nintendo way. Damn, we really hating on Nintendo, huh? Nintendo equals evil corp? I have my issues with them. I don't think they're the greatest company in the world, no. Stabs are all good. Cool. Let's put these all back and we will start assembling the keyboard. This is not the way. You know why I think people like myself feel so strongly about Nintendo? It's because at one point, growing up with them, that was my childhood. And to see it kind of go to shit in a way makes me a bit angry. I'm not gonna lie, makes me a bit sad. All right. They burnt through all of our childhood goodwill. And you know how much goodwill I had for them? I had so much goodwill for them. And it's all gone now. Every last shred of it. Alright, so the switches I'm using today are M1 switches. I think these will actually sound pretty good for this. They also look freaking sick. I got these from Unikey. Look at the speckle on these things. It's a pretty neat looking switch that I actually think suits the theme of this keyboard, no? I really think this kind of suits the theme. I had a weird feeling we'd get gray today. So I'm lucky that we picked these. I have these coming in. Did you look at the STRM bottom? Sorry, did you look at the STRM bottom? These switches? I haven't even used these. These are my first time using them. No hydrate? Oh, did I not hydrate? I got you. One second. Let's fix the pins here before we go too far. Speaking of switches, I got some big news. Are roller switches coming back? Is that the big news? Please tell me that's the news. They are? Hell yes, dude. That makes me happy. Beauty, beauty. Yeah, roller switches are the ones with the ball bearings. They were actually a really cool concept and I thought worked really well, but Without going into too many details, because I don't even know all the details, apparently they were just incredibly difficult to manufacture. Like, reliably manufacture, so... I'm glad they're coming back. I'm glad there was a solution put in place for that. Ooh, these actually look really nice. I like this speckled body. This is cool. How many balls can one have with ball bearing and ball catch? You know, I don't know, Annette. I don't know the right answer to your question here. But this does sound kind of like a trick question. I don't know how to answer you. I'm going to be real with you. What keyboard's on my desk? The Wraith 60. How many balls? Guys, I miss having the Stream Deck to the side. This is a little weird now having to reach over. I kind of miss it. I thought you were gonna... Oh, you thought I was gonna time you out? No, I'm just like doing everything with my mouse now because the Stream Deck's so far away from me, but my mount for it broke. I'm a little bummed. It's okay though. I'll get a new mount eventually. One of these days, actually leave this here, just in case. That's your exercise, Alex? Reaching over to the Stream Deck or the Steam Deck? Or Stream Deck. God damn, there's too many Stream and Steam stuff. How much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood? Fuck, I fucked it up. Why not going mil-max? You can pick a solder board to do mil-max. Some people can't solder. So nice. Scooped, thank you so much for the tier 1, buddy. To say this, some people literally cannot physically solder. It's not a thing of like, oh, but what's stopping you? They're so cheap. Some people physically, because of like health reasons, cannot solder. So not everyone can buy it and use mil-max. I've also met people who, like, their significant others or their mom or dad, like, just will not let them get a soldering iron for many different reasons. Some people don't want to have that piece of equipment in the house. So there's many reasons why people don't mil-max. I think it's a great solution. I prefer mil-max versus the Kale hot swap sockets, but yeah, there's reasons why you wouldn't do it. There's even some reasons, even if you can solder, why you'd pick mil-max. Mil-max doesn't allow for as much diversity for layout in the long run compared to Kale hot swap sockets. I've had too many issues with mil-max? Really? What issues? Mil-max is also incredibly expensive. I actually just quoted someone to do a mil-max board, and just the sockets alone are like 35 to 40 cents a socket for the good ones. So they can get pretty pricey. I think this actually should be a good sound combination for this. The plate looks like, by the way, in case you guys want to hear some thoughts and opinions on the plate, this is the FR4 plate. It doesn't look like it has anything like incredibly out of this world special about the construction of it. We do have 8 mounting points. Unfortunately, there is one close to the spacebar, but these are modular, silicone mounting points, so you don't have to put that one there in if you don't want to use it. But for top mount, if you guys end up using this in a top mount configuration, which it looks like this can do, I would not use that particular mounting point at all. In fact, low-key, I might even just cut it off. Could you explain how, if soldered boards are better for layouts, why mil-max aren't comparable to Kale sockets? Okay, I will give you the best example. So, let's take the stabilizer parts of the keyboard, right? Let's turn to this. If I wanted to, I could literally just take this apart right now, remove this remove this stabilizer, and then make this into a split backspace. However, if I want to just have that level of flexibility without having to pick up my soldering iron for a second time, I can't do that with Milmax. I would have to only do the backspace I want. You cannot put stabilizers on top of Milmax sockets no matter how thin they are. They end up warping and like not being in the right spot. So you are limited on modifier choices. They just don't work. Like you cannot put them underneath spacebars, which makes it a bit of a pain in the ass when you like decide, okay, maybe I don't want a full, right shift. I want to do a split. But now you would have to take out or install 2 more sockets. But then let's just say you change your mind again. Unfortunately, you're going to have to desolder some stuff, which again can be a little bit tricky for some people. So there is a bit of a commitment you have to make with some layout options there, unless you have like the skill or equipment to take out some of those sockets, which aren't super easy, especially going with the short ones. Or go with plate stabs. Correct, you could use plate stabs, but not every plate supports them, which actually you just said in the second sentence there. Not every plate supports them. So yeah, it's I don't want to say it's a bit of a catch-22, but like it has its ups and downs. Like there's reasons why and reasons why you wouldn't. Or just don't use stabs. There's that. It came back completely dead. After that, I decided to not mess with Milmax. Lost the sockets in a hard-to-find PCB. Toe. It came back dead? Like the person didn't test it? Realistically though, Toe, you could post the PCB in Discord or something and see if someone can help you figure out what's wrong with it. Lord knows it's some silly problem that like maybe a piece of solder got flung somewhere. I've had that happen to boards. Speaking of stabs, did you see Norbaforce Adam Savage YouTube show? I did. We spoke about it a little bit, Sumo, but I thought it was really cool. If you guys have good aim, you don't need stabs. What if I have terrible freaking aim, bro? I am terrible at aiming, okay? I am poopy butthole at it. Also, thank God it's Friday, guys. I legitimately am so fucking tired today. So let me tell you guys about my morning. I woke up early because I wanted to clean. And then I told myself, you know what? Screw it, let me stay in bed. Because I ended up staying up a little bit too late last night. Kind of by accident. But I basically only slept for 5 hours. So then I said, okay, you know what? Screw it, I'll sleep in. The moment I closed my eyes, we hear like a doorbell ring and then knocking. And we're like, bro, what's going on? It was a delivery driver, which hell yeah, something came really early in the morning. I'm not complaining, but I've never seen a delivery driver deliver something before 8 a.m. And it scared the shit out of me, dude. So I woke up and I could not fall asleep after that. Like I was completely out of it. Mom, 3-year-old son just heard you say poopy buttoned across the room and can't stop laughing. Or my 3-year-old son? Wait, did I say poopy? Oh, poopy butthole? Yeah, I said poopy butthole. I actually say it a lot. I'm glad they're laughing though. But yeah, so tired. Could not sleep. It was bowl with 15 mantas? I wish it was bowl with 15 mantas. That's okay, burn. Nah, it was FedEx. But dude, hell yeah, I've never seen someone deliver something that early in the morning. Kinda crazy, to be honest. Please check your DMs after stream. Got you, buddy. I got you. Switch. Cool. Guys, I'm in love with this little cork pad. I like this shape a lot. It's kind of cool. This is kind of neat. So now we got to figure out the not stabilizers, the mounting system. How this even gets installed. If someone could save my Forever 65 PCB, I would be forever grateful. Toe, DM me. DM me a picture of the back and the front, and then just let me know like what happens and if anything happens at all. It literally just could be a short, man. Like literally it could be a short that's causing the whole thing just to not turn on. So let's grab this. Let's put this here. Move this out of the way a little bit. Here's the keyboard again. This thing looks sweet. I think do you guys want to try with this first? Yeah, right? I say we give it a go. It's really easy to open this thing up. Oh, it's required oak? Wait, why is it required? Oh, is this because it's on the side? Aligns the PCB? Oh, interesting. All right, well, I guess that would make sense. Let's grab this things here. What are they called? What are these even called? Spring gaskets? Okay, so this is required apparently. So how do these mount? Do we put the springs facing down or up? I'm guessing down, right? Springs go downward facing? Yeah, they do? Okay. This is interesting. So, look at this. We have a gasket spring hybrid. We'll put it on all the sockets or all the little mounting points for now, and we'll adjust as needed. Just started the hobby. Is Neo Ergo a good Alice layout? Dude, is it Cow? That is one of my favorite boards. Legitimately, when that thing came out, it was legit the best thing that I have seen in a long time. Like, it was such a good value. It's probably still, I'd say, their most, like, their peak product. So absolutely, what a great start to the hobby. There's a lot to like about that board. All right, so these are in, and this just sits like this. Actually, the only thing I'm a little about right now is, see how the little magnet part over here isn't showing? I think what they should do is better, maybe Gray Studios has to just better align this. But it looks like we might need to do some fiddling with this, which might be the only thing that I'm a little bit about the whole entire board. I think that's plugged in. Let's see if this is plugged in properly. Okay, we're good. Not the end of the world, but for a good build experience, definitely have something to maybe further support that, like maybe a cushion underneath, a piece of foam. Holy smokes, look at this. Cool. Oh, LED blocker. You're right. How do we open this nicely here? So, LED blocker was in which one? This one here. Spaceboards have always been foam oriented. I would say they have been a little bit for sure. Oh, hell yeah, that's so easy to pop in. You just slide that in, it just sits right there. Hell yeah. Oh, this definitely has some give to it. Shit, that's kind of cool. These are M1 switches. Oh, that's super clean. Oh, that's clean. That actually is like such a clean LED. No bleed around the entire thing. That's what I want to see when people are doing like LEDs. And then so I would say looking this directly on, you're going to see some LED hotspots there. Nice. Very nice. Does that extend a little bit to the back? It does. Oh my goodness, that's pretty. I would say there's a little piece that you can kind of spot through here, through this accent, if you guys can see that. Sorry, my cable's not long enough for this. Little piece right there. Either that needs to be screwed in more or there's a gap that needs to be closed. But again, from other angles, that's looking directly on. You're probably never going to see that. Beautiful. I like how it extends all the way on the back. And then it also has, like I mentioned, around the weight, which I think this is really pretty. Again, I think they killed it with this. So it has some pretty nice LEDs everywhere. Very, very cool. Ah, dude, that's nice. Okay, this is 100% one of their prettiest boards. This looks good. Actually, I really like it in this gray color too. This gunmetal is really pretty. Wow, this is actually really nice. It's hot. Yeah, again, I don't see this aesthetic being for literally everyone, but this is really nice. Did I miss two, or are these just extras? I'll put this to the side. Okay, so keycap time now. I feel like dual shot's almost like a required thing to use here. What a throwback. I love my R1, so I'm glad they kept similar elements. They've definitely done like a very similar vibe, which I really appreciate. I think dual shot, right? I want this really bad. It will go with my Macross. Another TKL. I can only have one TKL. Well, I'll leave that decision up to you, my friend. That's a toughie. This is nice, though. Good for Gray Studios. Like I said, there's maybe a few things. I'll mention towards the end some thoughts that I have. Okay, let me get dual shot. Oh no, just ordered the tofu TKL, now I'm seeing this beauty. It is pretty. Is dual shot a match? Fuck, it is. It kinda is. Bingo. Oh man, that's a match. I don't have Apollo, unfortunately. Do you think the Neo Core Plus is the best value keyboard right now? I think it's... Value's it's totally a personal preference thing with value. Value could mean a million different things. I think it's a good board for the price. That is as much as I can really comment on it without being without lying to your face. Because you could value different things than I value. Oh yeah, dude, that looks sharp. I think you're right, because you might need something in a keyboard that others don't. Yeah, it's not always a great... Unfortunately, it's not always a great answer I can give people, because some people want an answer, but I just truly cannot give you that to you without lying. So. Okay, can I say I think the switches were also a really good choice here, color-wise. I think it kind of suits the theme, no? I think we did a good job there. Would you recommend a Sonnet in 2025? Yeah, absolutely. It's a timeless design. That's actually one of the nicest, it's one of the more timeless keyboards on the market, I'd say. Again, personal preference. Encore round 17. Encore's a beautiful keyboard though. For real, for real. Matthew absolutely killed it with that. This is nice actually. Sold a bunch of keyboards, Sonnet Envoy, I kept among others. Yeah, genuinely both of those outstanding boards. Oh man, I can't praise this pen enough, man. I know some people don't care about pens. I'm usually not really one to like care about the pen I have. I use free pens. The only nice pen I own is that popping pen, but I got that just because it pops. Genuinely, I would buy refills for these. And if I wasn't given one of these by Matthew, I would buy one. Pen glazing is crazy behavior. Can we get a ban on it? For bullying? Thank you. But a pen, oh shit, does that remove? And see, does that remove his VIP? Fuck, I keep afraid that might no? Okay, okay. Bye, Omega. Take care. Wow. I can't do that? Okay, okay. I was gonna say I feel bad now. But I no longer feel that bad. U goes here, page up. So right away I can tell you this is a bit soft, which I like. Fuck, I don't remember everything that goes up here. If you get mad at him again, Alex, just call him Adam. Fuck. That's a good one, actually. No, that is not where the E goes. I can agree the pen is nice. Tried it at Keep Life, but damn, it's pricey. I would have to be a public notary again. Yeah, it's pricey. Not to defend it, but I do think in the world of pens, it's not crazy, but it's definitely pricey. Yeah, that's right. I don't remember how much it is, but it is a few. I think it's like what, $200 or $300, I believe. Off the top of my noggin, I don't really remember the exact price point though. Dude, that popping pen was like $200 something too. Genuinely a funny thing to have, but there's no reason to get it if you're not into pens. Like, it's not going to change your life, but it's cool. It is a cool product. Fountain pens are legit scams sometimes. Ugh. It's funny because people would look at the keyboard hobby and think the exact same thing. And I have had people think keyboards are scams. In fact, to this day, people continue to comment on my comment section. It's interesting though, because like, I still strongly believe that you're allowed to charge whatever you want. People are allowed to criticize, and that's totally okay. Like, I've done it, people done it to me, it's totally fine. Everyone's allowed to do that. It's healthy, it creates good discourse. It allows people to kind of like figure out what they actually want in a product. But there are some people who kind of go overboard with pushing their agenda of what they think is the right thing for products and how much people should charge. I think that's the wrong profile for that. Oh, no worries, Big Bezel. I got you, brother. Like, I still get people who don't quite understand the custom side of things, and people openly criticize products we look at sometimes thinking, oh, well, like, for example, the keyboard, the oblique. Some people are, you know, pretty upset at the price point of the oblique, but like, I think it's totally valid to be upset. it's valid, but I think there's ways that you can go about it respectfully. But at the same time, like, I'm starting to realize that before I criticize things, it's good to do some research or have some sort of fundamental knowledge about the thing I'm criticizing. It's really easy to throw, damn, that's really expensive, that's a ripoff, that's a scam, without, like, kind of understanding the work that went into something. You know what I mean? I still do that sometimes, man. I do, I kind of like jump the gun and go, damn, like, that's craziness. But for the most part, I think this hobby has made me way more, I kind of like what Incy just said, it's given me the ability to kind of just like understand that I need to do my due diligence sometimes and research before I jump to conclusions. For sure. Just join the stream. What's the estimated price range? I think we're kind of guessing around the $350 to $400 mark for this, but we could be wrong. We're kind of just guessing at this point. We don't actually know.
Finally back. Thanks
Hey!
for all that you do,
Hi,
Alex.
Matthew. Dude, I try my best. Thank you so much, man. Thank you for being here all the time. That's the real thank you. Oh, my back. Please. Oh, man. Watches? Yeah. But it's interesting, too, because, again, like, this is the fun part of this. I spoke to another friend of mine who's really into watches. And hearing how passionate he got about the watches that he's really into, it's really cool to see how everyone portrays their passions and like what makes people tick, and like maybe someone wants something because they like it a little bit more. And again, companies are allowed to price things with what they want to price. If there's demand, then, you know, so be it. You're still allowed to criticize it. But yeah, it's interesting, like, to see like how into things people actually are. It's really like cool in a lot of ways. Where's the end key? Not this end. I need another end. Here it is. Let me get the arrows from another box here. People just criticize because they want to feel better than everyone else that are buying boards like the Oblique Mint, etc., and not a cheaper full-size Razer best value. Well, yeah, I think, not to get too into it, but I think there's definitely a lot of like projecting that happens in that sort of sense too. It's bound to happen. Not very much you can do. Oh boy, now to find the arrow keys. I don't know why I sometimes mix these two sets up, put them in the wrong boxes, but... There's one arrow key. There's another one. Oh. Okay, we're finding them quickly now. It's the same thing. Ooh, a steak quesadilla sounds good, man. That's my issue with introducing people to this hobby. Yeah, sometimes I have that issue too. When I'm talking to people who don't even care about this. You know what I find is really effective? It's kind of mean to do though. So I've had someone tell me about their, like, who asked me about my hobby and then say, who the hell would spend that much money? That's ridiculous. Then they told me about their hobby, and I told them, I looked them dead in the eye, and I've said, who the hell would spend that much money on that? That's ridiculous. That sounds stupid. And it's kind of like the, I see what you did type thing. But it's like that. Remember that one guy who made fun of keyboards in the comment section? And and he ended up like collecting golf clubs. So it's like everyone has their stuff. Like, don't yuck people's yum. You know what I mean? Like, just let people do what they want to do. But at the same time, like, introducing people to it, sometimes you kind of have to throw those things back in their face to kind of like make them think about what they're saying sometimes. Like, I get it. This is cool. I really appreciate this in the box. Put this back for now. All right, now we get to see how this thing sounds. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of the way this turned out? I like it. This turned out really nice. This is a cool looking board. With the LEDs on, I think this makes the board, you know? One of those few keyboards that looks really good with the LEDs on and off. Yeah, this is really pretty. Hi, Bull. How you doing, man? Interesting gasket system. So I kind of want to speak on that before we even do a typing test right now. It's definitely a lot softer. Like, you can kind of see it in some areas. See?
1 month away before I can say execute sub order 66.
You better do that, Mr. Hockey. Thank you so much for the tier 1, man. I appreciate it. So it definitely has a little bit more bounce. Now, in practicality here, when you're just typing normally, not really. I would say the springs are a bit firmer. I wonder how much that contributes to the sound profile of the board. Ooh, this actually, like, sounds pretty damn good. So, M1 switches, FR4 plate. No foam except for the necessary piece of silicone, which is it has an interesting shape, which I'll show off again afterwards. Here we go. Little HJ test. Bit more of a, my stomach just growled. Bit more of a bassier sound profile, huh? Oh. Oh, not bad. It's a deeper spacebar, but it's not a muddy sounding spacebar, nor is it like a plasticky sounding spacebar. It just has like a low sound profile. Could also be the M1 switch here. We can try with the Cherry after this just to see what sounds. Really solid modifiers. Good arrows too. Won't bother with that, but I think this sounds really good. I'm going to try a Cherry switch, and then we'll talk about some of the things I'm thinking. Let me just grab a Cherry switch just to see. All right, Cherry switch here. Oh, fuck, dude. Every time I move, it hurts my back. I wish there's a bit more room for reverb. It's definitely, and that's something I'm going to mention, it's definitely not a keyboard where you're going to get more of an aluminum sound profile. This is definitely a board where it seems like it's first and foremost about bassier sound signatures. With the Cherry, this is a lot more familiar right now. But it's a very clean-cut sound. In a good way. In a very good way, in my opinion. It doesn't have some of that aluminum sound profile, which I think we're kind of used to. What I'm going to do now is do one thing here. I actually prefer the M1 switch. So first of all, let's put that back in. Now I know Oak said that we kind of have to use the silicone, but like what happens if we take this out? I can't imagine this would flop around too much, would it? Would it actually? I'm curious. I just want to try. I don't know if this will work. There is a little bit of... I see. We do have a bit of shifting. But that sounds really fucking good, though. Oh, wait. If I could offer Gray Studios one suggestion here. Oh, so there isn't top mount? I thought I saw screw holes for the top there, Jeff. Okay. If I could offer them one suggestion, it would be, and you probably could just do this yourself, but obviously like something from the factory would make more sense. I would suggest them to, where's my pointer thing? Offer a secondary silicone mold, or piece, I should say, without the middle here. Just offer the edges where it can help align everything and then act as its natural force break. I do think they should add a secondary piece. Because I think, first of all, I didn't mind it with the silicone. Believe it or not, like this kind of did made a neat little sound signature. But if they were to offer from the factory just a secondary piece, it's also a light blocker too. Oh, I guess that would make sense. But I think, honestly, does it really matter? Let's see. Let's see how it looks without the... Does it make it a light blocker? I don't think it does. No, I think it's good. I don't think it... So this is a light blocker, Oak? What's it blocking the light from? You know, I don't really see anything. I would still suggest for them to do that. 1000% just offer the edges. Either way, I'm still really happy with the sound profile. It does have a little bit of... Without the silicone, you can probably still get away with not using it though. Like realistically, you can probably get away with not bothering to put this in. Like I'd still be super happy with that, you know? One other thing I'd suggest as well, and this just comes from, oh gosh, we lost a keycap there. This just comes from a little bit of experience with this. I would suggest that they put a small piece of, not these ones here because it doesn't matter as much, underneath these. So we'll switch over here. I would suggest putting a small piece of foam underneath these 3 catch ball systems on the bottom. The reason I suggest that is in the long run, this will usually prevent a lot of like weird, odd sounds. Sometimes these warp and like, sometimes they come a little bit off spec. If you kind of isolate these a little bit better, you don't have that issue anymore. Not that this sounded bad at all. This is just a suggestion. But I do want to now try without the mounting point here on the bottom. And let's put this back in. Oh, and then my other suggestion for them too is some sort of foam prop up over here for this. So you don't have to like fiddle with it, because it is a little awkward. Like it kind of does magnet in place rather easy, but still a little awkward. So now let's see without the mounting point underneath the spacebar. Oh yeah, that sounds a million. To me, this sounds already more open for the spacebar, even with the foam. Yeah. Interesting. And it's still very soft. It's even softer now because we removed that one mounting point. Impressive. Very impressive. It's comfortable to type on too. what a throwback this is. I'm happy this turned out as well as it did. Like, very, very genuinely happy here. Impressive product. Let's try with the cork they give you too. This is a cute little desk pad that they give you with it. Very, very awesome. What do you guys think? What are your guys' overall thoughts here? I like it. Turned out good. I think they did an excellent job here. This is by far my favorite project from them in the Space series. Dude, I think this is amazing improvements over the R1. And it's one of the rare cases where I feel like this isn't even a round 2. This is a version 2. I would hesitate to call this a round 2. This 1000% feels like a version 2. I really like this LED on the blocker here. I think they did that so perfectly. That's so nice. Space 61. Oh, dude, if they shrunk this down to a 60% with the same aesthetic, man. Comfort and typing feel is a huge plus if I'm going to use it often. This is very comfortable. It's soft, but it isn't as soft as something like the Salvation, if that means anything to you guys. The Salvation was probably like one of the softest typing experiences I've ever tried. That and like the Class 60. It's soft though. Like you're not gonna sit here and feel fatigued, even with the extra gasket underneath the spacebar, which I just like the sound of it being removed. Some other really nice notes. I'm just gonna give them some praise here as well. Besides the aesthetic improvements, which I think are lovely, I really do appreciate the light blocker, because that was always been I mean, to this day, it still seems to plague keyboards. No one seems to, well, not no one. There are certain brands that can't seem to figure it out. So really appreciate the LED light blockers there. I appreciate them using a not so common gasket mounting style here. This is cool. I can definitely feel how this makes it a bit softer, and they did it really well. I also want to applaud them for that piece of silicone here on the inside. Something I didn't really get to mention as much as I wanted to, but you know, I think adding these little molded parts here, these little like different heights and stuff, believe it or not, I think that's making a huge difference in how good this sounds. If this was just a thick piece of silicone, this would have sounded flat as hell. But because this has its own kind of like ridges and sound can do different things here, and it's not as thick as you'd think, it's pretty thin actually. I think that's an excellent piece over here too. Really good. Catchball system. I mean, it has everything you'd want. Pogo pin connector, really easy assembly. You barely have to do anything here. Oh, what did I do wrong? What's causing this not to close? But very, very nice. What's going on here? Some of the joys of catchball systems. Did I mess up something? No. There. A bit more pressure there. That reminds me of the PT750. Yeah, a little bit. Has a little bit of a PT750 vibe. Yeah, I think the silicone is acting as like a pseudo force break as well. It's literally around the entire keyboard, so... Which is kind of a smart thing to do, right? The balls weren't catching? They were not. Cool. Excellent board. I would say excellent board. This is a very worthy successor to the Space 80, which was a really fun board too. Very, very happy with this. This made my Friday. I'm not gonna lie, this was really fun to do. This was a trip down memory lane in a lot of ways. Very, very happy seeing this turn out good. Remember the amount of foam gaskets you had to add to yourself in the R1? Yes, I do remember. Such are the days of foam gaskets. I still like foam gaskets though. This is cool. I really appreciate this project. This definitely makes me like really happy to see Gray Studios make a very good board after all these years. I love it. Very, very awesome. I guess we'll get more details about pricing and when this is even going to release, because I don't even have that information. I don't think really any of us do. So, but if you guys did have any feedback about the board yourselves, like if you guys wanted to see something, they still have the IC Google form up on that Notion link that's in the build command. 1000%. If you guys are interested in this board and want some feedback to be like put in there, not guaranteed to listen, but do it if you guys are interested. And definitely check out that interest checked. Nice. After seeing this, I realized I have to use Latin dual shot instead of katakana on the Numa. I think this is a clean look. Absolute delight to watch. I'm glad you liked it, dude. Any fun suggestions for HMX linears and tactiles? Oof. You know, I've been using more KeyGeek stuff. HMX off the top of my head. Are the M1s HMX? No, these are KeyGeek, right? Yeah, these are KeyGeek. I've been using a lot more KeyGeek rather than HMX, but they're still really good HMX stuff. My only complaint is them not offering a solder PCB. I would 1000% fill at the IC for that. I would want a solder PCB as well. 1000%. However, they did a pretty good job with the hot swap. Only thing they're missing is ISO. That's it. I would like to see an ISO PCB. Can also join the Discord. I can try to pass along the thought. Yes, Oak is a mod in the Gray Studios Discord. If you guys have any feedback there, definitely put it in there too. So, Gray Studios still has a special place in my heart. Yeah, man, they've been around for a while. I think the whole like Gray Studios brand is just kind of iconic for me. They're not as popular in the hobby, I'd say, as something like, you know, Singa or TGR, but I've always felt like they've been the underdog for a long time, and they've always made solid stuff. So Space 65 R3 is my first keyboard stream. It was also a really good board. I love the Space 65. HMX Retro J seems interesting. Even the new Wing, oh god, what is it called? The new Wing stuff from Unikeys. That stuff's pretty interesting too. They have some tactiles that I want to use too, so definitely check them out as well. Sleeper brand? Kind of is, man. You're right to say that. That's very true. It kind of is a sleeper build, like sleeper brand. Not a lot of people like go crazy for them, but I just love them. Yeah, it's pure nostalgia for me. Pure nostalgia and actually good products. A new menu comes out, bruh. Oh, for switches? Switches are... I've been saying this for freaking years, dude. Switches are the most difficult thing to keep track of the entire hobby. I hate dealing with switches some days. It's fun, don't get me wrong, but oh my god, people sometimes, like, brands need to just take a breath, okay? Because I can't keep up. I don't know how you guys keep up. I can't keep up. Recently got a batch of your mode switches. Can't wait. I really like them. They're really nice. But I'm also biased, so. Been watching Light Bar. Did it turn off and on? Dude, don't kill me with that, please. You know I'm gonna go back now and see if you guys are trolling me. I like the granite switches and the mode switches. I'm not gonna lie, the Obscuras hold a special place in my heart. They just have such a unique sound profile to them. But the granites I've been using more often, to be completely truthful. I think these are more up my like current alley with sound, but I'm interchangeable. Like, I like them both. I dream to be those people outside of the hobby that just know red, blue, and brown. Same, bro. It's so confusing. Still gonna build your sonnet? Oh, what are you gonna put in it? You gotta like DM me or text me that, man. Just built my intro S100 with cream sodas. Also a good switch, by the way, with carbon fiber. How'd it turn out? I just swapped Obscuras for granites in my sonnet. Amazing swap. Don't think I'll go back. Yeah, these are more like up to date. Like I say this with love for everything. These are more up to date to like my current favorites. I really like these with brighter sounding boards. Space bars I'm still interchangeable with. Like, not to like hype Cherry up to that degree, but Cherry space bars they just hit different to me. Sometimes milky yellows and sometimes these. Like, these are very close to milky yellows, but more than often than not, I'm swapping to a Cherry space bar these days. But it depends. Like, today I think the M1 sounded better. Really depends on the alpha sound signature. Turned out very good. I'm not usually a carbon fiber plate guy, but I really like this combo. Yeah, carbon fiber is like, sometimes it hits. I'm usually not a carbon fiber guy either, but sometimes it does turn out really well. Your granites on the F1 8X V2 are so nice with a 2 mm. Oh, wait, Techno, do you have a video for that or something? I kind of want to hear what that sounds like now. Any full-size boards you think are very good? Shit, I don't even know what's out for full size right now. You just missed the Fossil, I think. I don't even know. Is the Fossil still running? Maybe the Fossil is like the only thing, but it's kind of expensive because it's American made. Like it's CNC'd in America. Yeah, maybe intro. Did they do seal extras? Do you guys know? Or did that even ship yet? I wish I can get those over-engineered trays you have, Alex. They're pretty sold out. I really like them. It's from a Canadian designer as well. But yeah, they're pretty sold out. I like them. They're cool. Maybe Bull will have Pangea full-size extra. Is Bull here? They already did seal extras? Well, sorry. I tried. Is it fine that I settled with a Leobog HI 75? Because if I use a more premium board, I feel unworthy somehow? Oh, Harfin, don't feel unworthy. You're worthy of doing it. Oh, is Bull streaming? Yeah, I mean, we have to raid anyways. It's pretty late. Honestly, I'm pooped. I want to go to bed as soon as possible and let my back not hurt at the moment. So let's go raid Bull. There you go. That's the raid message for Mr. Bull. Where is he? There he is. Unboxing new products. Oh, he's doing a Pangea anyways. That's funny. Love you guys. I appreciate you guys being here today. Like I said, we will be streaming late tomorrow. It'll be the Tofu TKL round 2. But not actually round 2. It's just the stream round 2. So I have still prep switches. I don't even know what I'm using for that one there, man. I think I want to just mod a set of cherry or milky yellows for tomorrow. What do I use for the other tofu? I guess I'll find out. It's over there. Where do you look for group bias? Bro, I just use Discord these days. Is that bad to say? I just use Discord. I don't have a good website anymore for that anymore, guys. Every other website is like falling apart. Discord is like my number one thing. Just one Discord, our Discord. I just see what people are talking about. So, all right, though, guys. Have a good one. Love you guys. See you tomorrow. Have a good Saturday. Try to get some good sleep and be well, everybody. Love you guys. Bye-bye.